Great. So the meeting is now being recorded along with all these autopilots. What it essentially means is this will be on the archive. It will be on our blog. Daniel makes sure both of those things. It will also be transcribed and cut into various tools and various means. Now, here's the question that I have for you, Greg, Eitan, Andy, anyone who actually wants to speak. When you make a video, how many times is that video used? And this could be, I just asked for those four because I could see those four, but who wants to actually throw that out there? When you make a video, how many times could that video actually be used? Okay, Andy, yay.
It can be used several times over, all over different platforms.
100%.
Yeah, you can also edit it and that kind of thing and add to it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's important that everyone recognize that if you make a reel, anyone familiar with reels aside from Greg? Okay, I know Greg. Okay, and Evan Paula's here. Yay, we love Evan Paula. So, if you make a reel for Instagram, my question for all of you is this: if you make a reel for Instagram and you put that reel on TikTok, is that going to affect you in any way? Is that going to somehow hurt the value of a video on one platform if you put it up on another? No, not at all. If you go onto Facebook, Facebook, it might be a little bit different, but if you go from Instagram to TikTok and put the exact same thing, shot the exact same way with the exact same music, and you put it on the two different platforms, all you're doing is extending your reach. So first thing that I really wanted to get out to all of you here is what you could really get from this meeting. If you could just take away one thing and one thing only, and I hope you obviously take more, content gets repurposed. Ted Turner, when he was the founder of CNN, did a very, very interesting thing. One of the things he said was, we recycle our news. Now, today we take it for granted. Greg, you look like you're probably close. We're close in age. So we've watched this stuff together. We've seen this that's out there. They repurpose the news over and over and over again. And I want all of you to start thinking that way, that if you could repurpose the content, here's another thing that you need to know. Repurpose the format. Daniel, when you have a moment, put captions, the link to the Captions app up. There's an app that we always use called Captions and CapCut. Try and get some of those things together. These are incredibly inexpensive apps that you're going to be able to utilize to change the aspect ratio. Let me just explain aspect ratio to everyone, just to be very clear. Right now, you should be seeing me in a rectangle. That rectangle is very similar to what you see in a movie theater or television. However, if we turn that on its side, that's how people are watching video today. They're seeing it as an opposite aspect ratio. They're seeing it on a horizontal manner. Good news, you could take content today and repurpose it and reset the aspect ratio on apps like CapCut and Captions. So we're going to be able to go through all that again. This is going to be coming up in the video course. It's 6 weeks, and it's something that you should definitely look out for because we have that. And Daniel, thank you. For those of you who are watching this, you could see these options on the side here. Now that we've got some more people coming into the meeting, I'm going to share a couple of videos that actually work and work pretty well. People that you should follow. And by the way, these are not my clients or anyone that's paying me. I just happen to like what they're doing on video. Okay, anyone ever hear of Mike Riches? He's from Maryland. So that got Andy to look right up. So here, he's from Maryland, and who knew that this guy could be so funny? So let's take a look at some of the videos that he's actually put.
There's never a bad time to buy a house. There's only a bad time to sell a house. Sound like realtor talk? Let me explain. Let's say, for example, you bought a house in 2006. Market was going crazy at that point. Prices were up, and you spent a lot of money on this house. Shortly after that, the real estate market crashed. Some areas lost 50% of their value. Now, if you had sold this house in the next 2 to 3 years, you would have taken a bath. You'd have been very unhappy. You would have said, man, I really bought at the wrong time. No, you sold at the wrong time. Now, let's say you held on to this house until 2022, 2023. Not only would you have paid down the mortgage for 16 years, but the prices would have been above, way above where they were in 2006. So if you had sold at that point, you'd be a very, very happy camper. And that's why there's never a bad time.
Okay, and you know what? And that's why. And it even dropped out. It isn't even the perfect video quality. It's just a single thing there. Okay, now you might be saying to yourself, and I hear this from my clients all the time, but Ed, I don't talk that way. I'm not going to be as good as him. Okay, great. There's tools today that will allow you to make video without actually being in it. And I'm going to walk you through some of the things that you can do. Everyone knows that I'm very much into AI. I'm just showing you one route to being able to come up with content. So here's a thought. If you go to, and let me just go back onto our thing here. If you go to Perplexity, which is one of my favorite things, Greg, tell me where you are again?
Charleston, South Carolina.
Top news stories this month, and we're going to say July. We're going to say July 2024 in Charleston, South. Okay, so let's take a look. What are the top? Actually, let me change that. What are the top real estate news stories? Again, let's just see what Perplexity comes up with. Perplexity, again, draws from the internet. I find it to be one of the best AI tools that are out there. And let's take a look. The average home value has risen, marking a 9.1% increase over the past year. What I'm doing here, Greg and anyone else here, is to try and find stories that are, something that would be popular at this point. No, I'm not too nuts about all this. Instead of saying top real estate stories, let's just say top news stories. I'm trying to find something that is going to draw a story here. What are the top? So what comes up here? Travel and Leisure Best Awards. Charleston maintained its position 12th year in a row. Great. So this now, we could take this thing, because this actually really showcases it. And I could take this, and remember I was telling you in the beginning you could create content over and over again. I'm going to say, write a blog, and post about this. It's going to do that. It actually does its research, and it's going to come up with an actual blog post. But beyond that, we're going to be able to get some actual video out of this. It's taking its time doing the search. Okay. So now, name top U.S. city for the 12th year in a row, the charm of Charleston, cultural richness. So it's got all this great stuff that we could actually put out there about Charleston, South Carolina. Fantastic. Now, how do we actually make that into some type of video? If we take this and we go to something called Runway.ml. I'm going to pull the video away for a second. Has anyone heard of Runway.ml? Okay, Paula has. I was counting on Paula. Okay, and some of you have, some of you haven't. Let me just show you what we could do with Runway. This is the most remarkable thing that I've actually seen in a while. Charleston, North Carolina names top U.S. city for 12 consecutive year. What I'm going to do is just leave that as the description here. And let's see what the AI actually creates. Just to show you what I did a little bit earlier. Okay, that's in the queue. We wanted 2 women walking on the beach. These women don't exist in the real world, and you can see the rendering got all screwed up. It does happen with AI. So look at this. Now, suddenly, she just spins around. It's kind of unnatural. But we could see some other videos where that's not necessarily the case. Like here, a plane landing in Boca Raton Airport. So that was something that was put out there. Again, sometimes the renderings are not perfect, but depending upon how you use the video, you're going to be able to make a story. Here, this was the Yes Hospitality Group. They just announced this restaurant was opening. Here, let me just pull it back. Again, I just spontaneously did this morning. And obviously, we need to do a little bit changes into the rendering and into the video itself. But based on the commands that I give to Runway.ml, it's actually going to make a video for us. That's huge. That's absolutely huge for all of us, because what you're going to be able to do is get content or be able to say, give me an opening shot of a contemporary home on the beach in some particular area, or show me the nightlife in a particular area. Or Greg, we're going to get to you in just a second. As soon as this renders the image of South Carolina, may or may not be good. I'm not guaranteeing that you're going to get a great shot every time. What I am saying is that if you have a plan and you begin to put some of the content out there, one of the things that we're going to be discussing in this video course that we created is to be able to go over each and every single aspect of the video that you actually need. Before I get to Paula, Eitan, did you have your hands up?
Yes.
Okay, please.
So how much video can you render at a time?
10 seconds. And it costs about $1 for every 10 seconds. And sometimes that 10 seconds absolutely sucks. You saw some of that video was inferior to my standard. But that said, I'm spending your money very carefully. You know, we need to really discuss just where you want your content to actually go. I'm not saying
so a minute, in order to do a minute of video, I would need to render 6 segments.
No.
And it will cost me $6.
No, a minute of video. Yes, if you would need at least if you wanted to render it solely through AI, it would be at least.
So when you do videos, do you do all AI or you mix it with?
I mix it in, and that's the point. That's what I'm trying to prepare all of you for what's coming up. While you might say, "Oh, what did I show up to this guy for this morning? Who the hell is he? He's showing me videos that are walking backwards." Here's the thing: a month ago, it was worse than that, and a month from now, it's going to be 10 times better. If you want to be ready for the upcoming changes here, you've got to focus on what's actually happening in the marketplace with these tools. They're changing so incredibly fast. And this is only going to add to your credibility and your ability to get out there. You are not posting enough stuff. Your competition is, and the ones that are really truly getting out there. And here's the thing, you don't need to be the best looking in the world. You don't need to be the best well-spoken in the world. You know, I mean, maybe you are, maybe you're absolutely gorgeous and all of you are beautiful. But maybe you feel as though you're not. These tools are really available to you. What else, Eitan, before I get to Paula?
Can you actually make an avatar of yourself and have it?
Yes, that's coming. That's you're jumping ahead 10 rungs, but yes, you can make a talking avatar of yourself. They're not that great today. I think it's getting better and better and better, and that's what we're doing, as you know, here at Rain Nation, trying to keep up with it. Paula, what's up?
No, I just wanted to ask you about your 6-week course, because I know I was late and maybe spoke about it then.
It's 6 weeks. It's complimentary to my subscribed coaching clients, and it's $600 for those that are not. It's going to meet once a week, and I could give you all the details if you want to do that. It's an hour course. It's going to be basically be a lab. I'll give you the outline as well after this, where we're going to have a syllabus for what everybody will learn. And there will be an archive video of it and all of that. So yes, Paula, we should catch up about it. But
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Other questions? Maybe, kind of, sort of. Avez-vous compris? No? Okay, let me see how. Okay, this is Charleston, South Carolina here. Are you still with me, Greg?
I'm here.
Okay, here we go. So this is what we have. Again, I run the risk of failure, but let's hope not. That's what just rendered. I don't know how far this is from that. It is. This is not anything like it whatsoever. But it is really quite remarkable that words can render such a video. The big question is, what can we do to make it a little bit more accurate to your area? You with me, Greg?
I am.
Yeah.
In your prompt, you might be a little more specific using the word historic Charleston or Charleston beaches. I'm not sure, but I
Okay.
would play with it if I were doing it.
Yeah. Okay. The point that I want to make is I'm just trying to demonstrate to all of you that this is what's actually changing right now. It's just changing the face of how video is actually made. I'm going to show you one other thing. Eitan, go ahead.
Just a side note. Hey, Jen, have you ever used that?
Hey, Jen? Yes.
Yes. I believe that allows you to synthesize an avatar of yourself. And
It does, and it's getting better and better, but it's not there yet. That's what I want to be very clear about, that while there's great tools and you could certainly use AI in the videos that you produce, and here's the thing, you will be using AI. It's not a matter of if. You will, if you're going to make any video, this will become a regular portion of your production. I don't know how far this is going to go or where the target is going to move. What I do know is that we need to be prepared and we need to embrace what's going on. Let me show you a video that I made. It's a fictitious story. I just did this for fun. And for those of you who follow me on social media, you may have seen it, but let me just show you a quick video that I had made here. Here we go.
do you have audio on that?
Are you hearing it or no?
No, no audio on our end.
Was anyone not here? People weren't hearing it? Oh, okay. Do not adjust your television sets. That was me just trying to get this thing working here. I don't know why you weren't able to hear it. Maybe because it's on Facebook. In any case, we'll complete showing it by without the sound, and then we'll go back.
Can you put a link in the chat?
I certainly will. But right now you can. Yeah, it's not as good without the sound, but pretty wild. Pretty wild that you were able to do all that. Again, sorry for the technical difficulty. I will get to see, I think because I ran it from Facebook. The point is that this is the first generation or the early generation of video. And if you're really going to be prepared for it, and stuff that I put together in 2 seconds, I threw it together very, very quickly, deliberately, because I want everyone to be able to see that you have a story in you that you're going to be able to get out to the world, and that you've got something to be able to say. Let me show you one other shot that I did on Facebook. This one doesn't have sound, but I think that this is probably a little bit more realistic for everyone. You're doing a shot of a community. You're doing something about the housing in a particular area. I said, make a transitional style home in Boca Raton, Florida, and in the evening at night. And it came up with this. Now, this is a rendering that I could actually use. Again, there's no sound on this one, but I just wanted to share it with you. Now we show this exterior shot of something. And if you want to go in about a story, a weekly news update about the real estate market, you could show a different property and then show yourself inside a house. This is where this is the direction that all of this is actually going. And again, just a very interesting 10-second piece of video, all generated by AI. So that's where we're at. Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. These things do happen. Okay, so what have we learned so far? Content can be repurposed over and over and over again. Aspect ratios, remember those words, aspect ratios. You're used to seeing things as a movie, as you're seeing me right now, but there's multiple different ways of actually showcasing a video. Some of the aspect ratio is through Reels, which is basically taking a movie and turning it sideways. You get that? Okay, and being able to get out there. Let me ask you this, something else about the Reels. Facebook, Instagram, which is the same company, Meta company, and TikTok, all of them make their money from eyeballs. Every fifth thing that you see on these platforms is an advertisement. Video is everything to them. Anybody want to have a guess about how much more viewed your video is over a still image? On average, don't show me like your daughter's wedding or something where everybody liked it. I'm saying on average. Okay, Reels draw 5 times the viewership. 5 times. So here's the thing, it could be a crap video. It's still going to be able to get that much more out there. Let me throw you something else. This is worth the price of admission today. If you're like, don't want to do any video, let's say you're saying, God, Ed, this is all confusing, I don't really have time. Take your iPhone, you can't see it here, but take your iPhone, go to your current listing and walk through and make a 30-second silent video of you walking through. Then you take that video and you upload it to the Zillow profile of that listing. What I just said is going to get you 10 times the viewership on Zillow. Zillow favors video just like Facebook and Instagram. If you make a silent video, a shit, horrible video, something, I mean, I'm just giving you permission to fuck up, guys. I'm giving you, like, if you have the worst video ever, you take that and you put that on Zillow with this, you're going to have 10 times the viewership. Now, if you make it a little bit better, it's going to be that much better. And we want it to be better. But again, I just want you to leave here with the most important thought to me is the importance of video right now in your career, and that you don't need to beat yourself up because you're not the prettiest, the most well-spoken, and somebody that's actually getting out there and putting up the best content. I just want you to start. And here's an assignment to help you along. This is one of the things that we're going to be doing. We're going to have homework in this video course. Make a video demonstrating something. It's got to be 30 seconds. It's got to be 30 seconds, and it's got to be, you know, beginning, middle, and end. 3 shots. How to brush your teeth is an easy one. Stupid, silly. You'll learn more from that video than you will. You know, the steps you take to walking a dog. I'm talking about dumbing things down to its simplest level. If you could start to do stuff like that, you're going to be able to see patterns. We've been used to seeing stories our whole lives. We go to the video stores that, you know, anyone want to have a guess? Does anyone know the name Quentin Tarantino? Couple of you? Okay, for those of you who don't know Quentin Tarantino, famous director. Actually, I happen to like his work very much. Does anyone know where he was trained? He worked in a video store for 10 years. He rented videos. And if you asked him, he would credit that with his understanding of content and substance and what people are actually drawn to and watching. He learned more from that. In fact, his first major success, Reservoir Dogs, for those of you who saw that, bet you didn't know this, he took it shot for shot from an Asian film. That whole movie he ripped off. That whole movie was shot by shot by shot. He used, and where did he see it? He saw it in the video store. No, it was a sleepy movie. Nobody cared about it in its first format. He went ahead and became Reservoir Dogs and became as big as he was. Again, this is not a course for how to become the world's greatest videographer. This is just showcasing some ideas for all of you on who you should be following to be learning from. That said, let me give you a couple people. Anybody know who Glenda Baker is? Yeah, okay. Paul knows Glenda Baker. Anyone else know Glenda Baker? Wait,
Yeah, I
nice
do.
lady. Who is that?
Deneen.
Deneen, thank God you're here. Okay, so Glenda Baker, great agent, fun lady, makes some really fun videos, and she's really personalized it as well because she has Tinder Tuesdays. You know, she's single and she did a whole thing about Tinder, going out on dates and all this, but she really lets her hair down and has put video together after video together. We will provide a list of people that I consider influencers that you should know about and stuff that I think is highly achievable to the non-videographer. Some of you know Ryan Serhant or Tom Ferry, the coach. All of you should be watching Tom Ferry videos. I think that you could learn an awful lot from that content. Again, I don't want to go too far into it, but we will have a list of resources for all of you as well. How many times a week do you need to post? Let me pick on Greg again. Greg, how often do you post? Got to unmute. You're still muted, Greg. It's the button. Well, there
Yeah,
you
I
go.
got it.
Okay, no worries.
I do a lot of my stuff through email, but posting on social media, I would say video once, maybe twice a week. I post daily on various social media accounts, but not video.
Okay, look.
Can I ask Greg a question? I see you use BombBomb. How has that been for you? Is that successful?
And tell everyone what it is as well. Thank you, Eitan.
So BombBomb is a video platform that allows you to send videos via email, and one of its features is that it puts a quick thumbnail in the video, in the email that you send, so it pulls people in. I like it because it gives me stats on open rate, view rate, etc. But it's not. I use CapCut, and that's where I'm struggling to give y'all a link to more recent videos. But BombBomb is kind of old school to me. It's fading out in the past. They need to kind of change up if they want to continue. But yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
I believe the strong aspect of that application is that it does give a GIF, and you could see the beginning of the video in the email, which is actually very hard to do.
Yeah. So for those that want to try it, Daniel is always on spot here. BombBomb is another resource. Again, we can get a list of resources to all of you, and we will be discussing this in the video course. So we definitely need to go out there. But you know, with all of this, it's almost like there's so many things that are available to you. There's so many different ways for you to actually make a success of yourself from a content standpoint. Let me just show you a couple of other folks that I think you should be following here. Again, I'm a big AI guy. Not all of you are. I understand that. But this is ChatGPT Tricks, I think, is a really great site. Also, this guy, it's Will Draper. Anybody here of Will Draper? If you want to learn how to make a lot of videos, here's 5 videos every realtor should make. YouTube leads. The guy has a great thing, a great set of video ideas that all of you could follow. You know, and that's even his business. Again, I'm trying to bring you great things wherever they actually come from. It's Will Draper on Instagram. Follow him. It's free to follow. You're going to get some great things. Even here, it says quick tips, ChatGPT tips. The guy's really good. And, you know, he's got 40,000, almost 41,000 followers. That shouldn't just be the standard, but that is something for you to be aware of. It's Will Draper. I hope I made my point with that.
But he's going for agents. We want to go after customers, don't we?
100%, which is why if you start to localize, if you start to stop and think, and as a group, we could really make this work. What does your target audience want to know about? Aside from bad news, people love bad news. It's really sad. It's a sad state of affairs. Everybody loves to see. They also love like a hero story. You know, if there was a video that I made, a cat stuck in the tree, and the fire department really came. I thought that was just in my Curious George books, but no, that was really true. The fire department came, and the ladder went up, and the firefighter went up there, and he did the, holy shit, people love that. People love that. It's, you know, I don't know. People went nuts over that. I'm sitting here with my golden doodle. I wish my real estate got the same interest that Coco does. She does. She gets all the interest. Paula, go ahead.
So I heard what you said, it was last week, or the week before, about animals, and my dog had a birthday, put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
A lot of likes, a lot of eyeballs.
But and that's great, and I support that. But here's the thing, Paula. How do we marry the fact that you're a nice person with a dog to a closed sale? And that's the question that we're going to be asking in this video class as well. What can really truly be done that's going to help you get from point A to point B? It's not an easy thing to answer, but I really want you to walk away from here with a few things. A, video, you could do it. B, you could spend as much or as little money as you want. But you know, really, if you've got an iPhone, you've got the ability to make a video, and you can make one right now. Take the time immediately following this meeting and try and take 3 shots. We could show you how to edit it at some point, but 3 incredibly quick shots that demonstrate something. Undo the toothpaste, put the toothpaste in, start to brush your teeth. 3 steps, really simple. You know, you don't want how to cook toast. How to, and then you could get to the bigger stuff of what you could actually do. It might be that one of your listings, as one of my listings, has a leaky roof. Holy shit, that's really bad. But you know what? If it wasn't my listing, I'm saving the video for now, for when it's not my listing for years from now, and I'm not going to make any, you know, reference to that. We obviously have to disclose that to the buyer by law, and I wouldn't dream of not. But there is something to the video. What are the creative things that we're going to do to get around the fact that there is a leak? You have to tell the truth. You know, what are some things that we could actually do? Every house eventually has a leaky roof or a roof that needs to be replaced. That's a fact. Things don't last forever. I wish it did. I wish it did. I wish we would all live forever at 35 with a washboard stomach. We're not. Okay? I wish that was going to be the case. But now it's, how are you going to take the problem head on to be able to face that? People like to get solutions. A lot of you are here today because you're saying to yourself, what the heck am I going to do next? You want to know what keeps people up at night? What's going to happen to me next? That's the question that all of us are going to be asking each and every single day at whatever level of wealth or gender or age. We all have that question. I think video is a great way to be able to communicate some of that. So other questions? I'm talking too much. Let's see what we got in here. Misha or Tammy or Carmen. I'm looking at all. Deb, Eddie Glantz. Eddie usually pipes up. Erica, who's got some questions for me? Always a tough crowd. Mandy. Mandy's hiding from me today. I don't know what actually happened with her. Scott, Tammy, nobody. Eitan, is my audio working? I was just checking.
I'd love to see some more video you created.
You'd love to see some more video. Okay, let's take a look at a couple
But
more.
on my end, it looks a little choppy. I bet it flows better on your end. Is that because of Zoom?
Zoom could very well be a factor here. But let me give one more thing. You know, who wants some content for themselves? You have to be bold enough to speak, and you have to do it right now. Okay, nobody gets content. No, okay, hold on. Misha's driving. Misha, are you pulled over? Are you pulled over?
I am so nervous to do any type of video post because who does like to put themselves out there? So I really haven't, besides reels and things like that, to market my listings. So I don't even really know where to start. My target audience is usually younger families or older ones that are relocating. Any suggestions for me?
Okay, where are you?
I'm in Delaware.
You're in Delaware. We got Delaware today. That's good. So you want to, what's your specialty? Is there a specialty? Do you have a product that you sell more than anything? Like, I'm a gated community specialist. That's fine.
Yep,
No
just
trick questions.
houses, just residential.
Okay, tell me about your customers.
So, I recently quit the Zillow Flex program and
Okay.
am focusing more on my sphere. I'm in my 4th year, so a lot more referrals. Like I said, a lot of people that are relocating from the surrounding states to a more tax-friendly state. Usually those clients are more mature. And then I also am getting more from my sphere, word of mouth. I have a 2-year-old, so around, you know, my social groups, things like that.
Okay, so here's a video for you. You ready? Evel Knievel couldn't make the leap, but I'm about to. I don't know if anyone knows who Evel Knievel is, aside from Greg.
Yes, yes. Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna go and it bothers the hell out of me that you're driving and looking at me. Don't look at me. I did.
You're in the center and you're mounted, if that helps.
I did a DNA. My DNA search says I'm 3% Jewish grandmother, so I worry about everything. So forgive me for being nervous here. But so here's one of the things that you could do. If you find out, Misha, where do people move in from to your area? When you say people moving to?
A lot of New Jersey.
A lot of New Jersey. Great. Find out the cost average difference between living in New Jersey and living where you are.
Okay.
In other words, if you earn $100,000 a year in New Jersey, what's the difference? Are you making more technically, or are you making less in your area? Now, that's a great story because, and by the way, Misha could do that in Delaware, and Greg could do that, and we got Kenny could do that in California. Any one of you could do that. So here's the assignment for those that want you to do. And Misha, thank you for helping me with this. Get some still images of the starting point, which would be New Jersey, and the ending point, which is wherever you want to be. And then go to, well, let's do it right now. We could go to, not here, to Perplexity or any social media. And we're going to, where is this thing? Library, sorry. We're going to create a page. And again, I'm going to go through this in the course as well for those that want to. We're going to say, what is the cost difference? What is the cost of living difference from, Misha, give me a town in New Jersey.
Edison.
From Edison, New Jersey to, give me your town.
Dover, Delaware.
Dover?
Yes.
Okay, to Dover, Delaware. Okay, so now I'm giving this thing an assignment. So now here, what's great about Perplexity, again, it makes an actual video for you. Housing costs represent a significant portion of the cost of living difference between Edison, New Jersey and Dover, Delaware. Median home costs in Dover are approximately 42% cheaper than in Edison, making home ownership more accessible to Delaware. Not only do I like that, but it actually gives you a citation. So right here, it shows you where it pulled that information from. That's huge. Dover averaging around $14.93 per month compared to $19.14 in Edison. Does that seem like a story, Misha?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Does that seem like something that the people who are going to be your customers are going to be interested in?
Absolutely.
Great. We could get somebody else to do the technical shit for you if you get frustrated with it. Okay, we really could. But you can stop and think through just what kind of content you want. And we could all do that as a group. In fact, here's the thing. I was apprehensive today because this topic is so vast that I decided to actually create a course out of it. And I'll give everyone who has that interest the syllabus and what we're going to be doing to getting it out. Paul, I'd love to have you in that. And to be able to have some working content for you by the end of it. That's what you're going to gain. You're going to have a series of videos at the end of it that's of real material value that you could use in your career and what you were doing. We had someone who was just talking. Paula, maybe you raised your hand or something. No?
No, I thought maybe you wanted to use me
No,
as an example.
I don't want to use you, Paula. Come on. We
I
just
have a
met.
very boring,
I'm not gonna be that mean. But
I have a very boring town here in Queens, so I don't know the difference between what and what.
you think so. You think so, but there's a story there. There's a story for all of us. And really, you just need to break this down. Why is social media a success? Because finally, you could break things down to such a local level. You could get it down to your block. You could get the story down to literally your block. NBC News, CNN, all these Fox News, they're never going to do that. Do you know that? They're never going to get as specific. And that's what the audience is demanding today. They're trying to get as specific as they possibly can. So in the case of Misha, who's trying to make a success for herself, and she knows people are coming in from Edison, New Jersey, I'm not coming from Edison, New Jersey, but if I was doing a search online and I saw from Edison, New Jersey to Dover as the title on a YouTube video, I'd stop and watch it. Doesn't that make sense? And if you're the woman that brought it to me, I'd have to give you some real strong consideration. So what are some other things? Seasonal moves. You know, right now, everyone thinks of Florida as either a retirement place or at one time was a cheap place. Now it's become pretty expensive. We gear ourselves up as a team to sell real estate based on the season. So right now we've got people, we're busting our chops to try and sell people who need to establish themselves for school, right? I mean, this is it. We've got a little bit more time. We've got a buyer right now. Dude, it is time to decide. Your kid has got to get into class. You've got to decide,
August.
right? Yeah.
By August, right. By August in your state.
I'm trying to get all of you to think that way. Just like what if you know, you could say business is crappy and things are bad and things are hard and all of this is true. But if we could start to get just slightly strategic, it could actually work. And then beyond that, what do we have? We've got people that are going to be moving down. We've got people that are going to be becoming just the snowbirds that we have. I have probably 35 to 40% of my business is estate work and extreme retirees, meaning people that need to take care of their an aging parent. We embrace it. We don't run from it. You know, people. When I work with my advisor, and I have a coach as well, we get a laugh out of the fact of who died, but somebody's going to do that transaction. Somebody's going to make that sale. By definition, somebody's going to make the sale. Darn it, it's going to be my team. We're going to be able to find a way to do that. Politely, respectfully, honestly, ethically, all that stuff. Do we lose? Constantly. There's tons of scoundrels that lie. You know, people say, don't lie to me. Oh my God, talk about a business where people love to be lied to. You go to 20 doctors, 19 of them say that it's lung cancer. The 20th one says it's a cold. Man, the 20th one is such a smart guy. He's a genius. All those 19 are dumb. That's what real estate is. I've got a listing coming up right now. They want 2.2 million for the home. It's worth 1.7 to 1.8. Do I pass up on the opportunity to list? No, of course not. We tell them the truth though. But I've got plenty of competitors that are going to lie and people would rather watch that. Maybe some of you could help me get over that hump in a future meeting. I think that how do I raise my daughters to be honest and ethical and hardworking in a world that's increasingly not that way? It's a difficult thing, but I'll tell you this, while I will lose out on business, I am a top producer, and I'm a top producer because the people that like me are seeing that and they're seeing the authenticity. You know, anyway, now's time in the meeting. We call it wants, needs, and brags. This is fun. You know, it's a time to talk about what you want, what you need, and what you may like to brag about. And thank you, Eitan and Daniel for putting that up. If you got the invitation to try for a free 30 days, I suggest you do that. If you want to talk with me about the video course, I very much want to talk with all of you about that and look at the stuff that Daniel's putting out there. Daniel, please put your email address as well. He's more important than me on a day-to-day basis because he's going to answer you instantaneously. The guy's remarkable. I don't know how he does it, but that's great stuff. Okay. Wants, needs, and brags. Now's the time to tell me about what you want, what you need, and what you want to brag about. It could be about a kid graduating high school. My youngest is now going to college. Very, very proud of her. Hookem, she's going to University of Texas. And that's what I have to brag about. Who's got something? It could be a new listing. It could be a facelift. I don't care. Tell me something you want to brag about. Okay, Paula. Paula's trying to say something.
No, I was just closing the
Okay,
chat.
I keep
That's okay.
misinterpreting
We normally it's very quiet, especially over 4th of July, but we've been so busy and I'm selling all my listings and I need new inventory, so I need video.
Fantastic.
That's it. That's it.
Fantastic. Look, don't always look at these stuff. I mean, this is a good problem to have, right? You could have a leaky roof like I do right now with a listing with a leaky roof that the seller wants to sell off for as a luxury place. Well, what am I going to do? Give them a complimentary umbrella? I mean, the roof needs to be replaced. It needs to be worked. We all have that headache. Good for you, Paul. I'm glad you shared that. Who else has got something? It's a great chance to brag here, guys. Maybe Lisa in Arizona has something, or Andy. Andy's been surprisingly quiet today.
Yeah, so I've got a listing that's coming to the market on Saturday in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, good. So good.
Yeah.
We got a Fort Lauderdale listing coming up. Andy, great person to meet. By the way, you really should get to meet and know the people who are in the network. So when we work together with clients, people say to me, but I don't have anyone to call. You have every single person that's been in this meeting, and none of them will yell at you. And if they do, let me know and I'll yell at them. No one's going to yell at you for trying. It's not a symptom of a disease, guys, making money. Okay? It's not a symptom of a disease. Real estate is the type of thing that must be sold. And we are the green berets of a good economy. We really are. This is how things actually happen. And you are worth your weight. If you don't buy it, get the hell out of the business. I really mean that. You got to get yourself mentally there. You got to be mentally fit. Incredibly important. Okay. Anyone else before we all go out amongst them? Greg,
Yeah, I have a question. Oh, go
who's
ahead.
that? God, is that you?
It's Lisa in Arizona. You woke me
Lisa.
up.
Hi. Okay.
At
Wake
the
up.
end.
Yeah.
Well, it's early here. I was walking the dog. I'm going to the Star Power annual conference in Nashville in a couple of weeks, and that's going to be awesome. So I'm excited about that. And they have added 2 different designation classes to the front end of the conference. And they unfortunately, they get it kind of one at a time. So do you know the difference? Does anybody know the difference between the CLHMS, the Luxury Home Marketing Institute, and their program, which I have taken, versus Michael LaFido and his luxury home program, which I have not taken, and it's being offered there? Or I could become a certified probate specialist in that same day.
Okay.
So
Wow. I don't know.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Too many options.
No, it's okay. Anybody have some feedback? Because I have none.
But I am curious about the 2 different luxury programs.
Okay. Any
and
idea?
if there are any differences.
I've never done them. I don't know. I'm not qualified to advise. Anyone else here? You left us stumped, Lisa. Thank you.
Oh, God, I thought surely someone in this group would have some knowledge of the 2.
It could very well be, but sometimes it's hard to pipe up. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, we could catch up after. I mean, certainly would love to read it. And also it would be good for you to post that on the Rain Nation page on both Facebook.
What, the conference?
Well, the conference or whatever questions you have. I mean, this is a community of people, and some people.
That's true. I kind of forget about that. But yeah, I will.
Don't
Great
forget,
idea.
that's Eitan's job. Eitan's working really hard on putting all these things together for us. You don't want to neglect Eitan.
No.
Who else? Anything?
So, Austin, Texas here.
What's your name?
Hookem, Pam
Oh,
Wacholtz.
Hey, Pam, I hope to meet you. I'm going to be going to Austin quite a bit this year.
Yeah, well, I would imagine. So my question is, I've got several listings right now. I've got 2 more coming up. I make videos and of course I hate myself on video. But I get stuck at the point where I'm trying to edit the videos to get them posted, but the editing not good at it. And it's CapCut is not that easy. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm 62 years old. So, I mean, this whole technology thing, had I known when I began doing real estate 10 years ago that I was going to have to master all this crap, I probably would have just stayed broke in the nonprofit sector.
Yeah, yeah. I contemplate like going back to school and becoming a dentist every now and then. But yeah, my mom would have been proud to rest her soul. But still, that's you know, here's an idea to help you along. You don't want to edit it. Have you heard of Fiverr.com? Daniel.
Oh, Fiverr. I have heard of it.
Okay, Fiverr, Fiverr.com. Daniel's putting that link here. And you could go and get yourself an editor for $5 a video.
Oh, cool.
Is it going to be the best editor? No, not at all. Can you get one for $50 a video? Can you get one for $500? Yes. But
just get them edited and get them posted is the point.
Exactly. That, you know, the one thing I didn't write this, done is better than perfect. I love that line. Done is better than perfect. Just go out, go find that person right now, get it out there, go give them a data dump of stuff. You create a Dropbox or a Google Drive and you give it all to them and say, do it. And just find a video that you like, say, look at this guy, Mike Riches, he makes good videos, make it sort of like this, and then move on. You know, just a thought. And Pam, if you want to talk more about it, I'd love to be able to talk with you about it. I'd certainly love to have you join the course. If we could catch up after as well, I could tell you all about it.
Yeah, I'm checking out the I was looking at the links. So I was checking out the joining the thing.
Yeah,
Sorry, I just woke up. I saw your email.
Joining the thing. It's perfect. We Eitan and Daniel, let's rename us. We'll call ourselves the thing. I like that. But on a serious note, though, if you want to participate or learn more about it, please do. If you like it, that's great. We want to keep you. If you don't like it, you just quit. I mean, you just stop with no, I mean, there's no locking anybody into this. We keep it as transparent as possible. And I think that in this day and age where things have gotten so complex and expensive for some of the coaching, that's it. Leah put this out there. Leah, do you want me to share this with everyone? You got to unmute, Leah. I'm about to do it.
Yes, that would be great.
Okay, here we go. So this is a video that Leah made. Let's take a look at the video here. Okay, starting from the beginning. Here we go. It's nothing evil in here, right, Leah? Never saw this before. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Alex. I'm a licensed broker with Douglas Elliman, and I'm here with my wife, Leah.
Hi, everyone.
And we just listed this home. Now, we're going to take a look at the inside of this house, but before we do, a couple of facts about it. It's a 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom house, 3,500 square feet, sitting on the lake. If you have a love courtyard homes, this is what I want you to take a look at. We'll take a look on the inside of it. I want to thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions about this house or any other house in South Florida, Leah,
Give us a call. We're here to help.
thank you very much for watching.
Love it. Even blew a kiss at us. Okay, so Leah, where are you? Leah's somewhere. So that's great. Done. She went out, she got it, she put it together. The only comment that I would really say is that it could have been half as long. 1 minute and 16 seconds is a mountain of time. Good news, you've got the content. You could make it a little bit shorter if you want. Leah, are you still there?
I am here.
Okay.
We're here with Alex.
Is the
Yeah, so
video-
my editor is always, he wants it at, 60 seconds, 65 seconds. And, if I go through any faster, then what happens is you just gotta clip and clip and clip. I mean, this was started at almost a minute and 29 seconds, and then it came down to a minute and 16 seconds. And after watching it, I probably could have shaved off 5 seconds also. It's but if you would have seen for this whole group, if you would have seen what I look like when I first started doing videos, I almost didn't know what to do. I could show you what a first video of mine looked like. I was watching them the other day and I said, oh my God, how I've evolved. But by constantly just doing videos over and over and over again. And I love my wife, but she's not the best camera lady. Oh, I love you. But she does a great job. She does a great job, right?
Remove the word but and replace it with the word and. By the way, all of you write that down right now. Remove the word but and say, I love you, you're fabulous, you're wonderful, but you need to change.
Yes.
Or you can say, I love you, you're fabulous, you're wonderful, and if you do this just a little bit better, I'll love you even more.
Yes.
So
kick his ass after this, okay?
I think video is super. Leah is always a big advocate of doing videos. She's always on top of me to do videos, to constantly do more and more videos. We came into an area in South Florida in my city, and none of the agents and some of the top agents in our area were not doing videos. And Leah and I kind of came in, we started doing videos. We were fresh, a new couple of real estate agents. And what we've done, we've elevated the game. And now you're starting to see some of the agents that we're competing with are actually watching my videos and taking a lot of my ideas, which I love it. It's a compliment, it's great. But what it does is it continuously makes you have to compete and become sharper and pulling out more and more videos. And it's at some point it becomes tiring, but you still do it.
Just know this. How much did that video cost you, by the way, Alex? Was there a cost?
So Leah and I, we did it, the day of the open house. We came, we shot the video, probably took me about 3 or 4 takes. I have a guy that I go to on Fiverr. The only reason I put the video out there was because you mentioned Fiverr. So that video cost me $100 to edit it. I've tried people who are cheaper. You know what it is? Some people get it on Fiverr and some people just don't get it. You've got to find somebody who just gets your vision. And once they get your vision, they can kind of roll with it. This particular guy, he just gets my vision. Like, he understands what kind of speed I'm looking for and how to sync my music up with the impact of the motion of the video. I've tried different videographers to help me film, but every time Leah and I shoot our own videos, we end up doing a better job. So it's really about knowing how to shoot your video, what everybody's looking for. Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. But that cost me $100. I've got some guys who've done $60 and $70, but they aren't as impactful. Some of them don't have the experience of being able to do certain things.
So, thank you for that. One other thing that I think everyone needs to recognize is the importance of audio in their video. That is really, now I'm going to show you one other tool that I'm using. I hope you could hear it. I'm going to put this out in just a second here. This is Suno. It's cost me a whopping $5 a month, I think. It's very cheap, whatever it is. Somebody give me a story, just a very quick, it could be, I woke up, walked and brushed my teeth. Just give me something. Alex, give me something. Look at your desk.
I'm sitting in my car waiting to shoot a video with my microphone.
Okay. I am in my car waiting to shoot a video with my mic. Make this, okay. Country music, country music song. Okay, so here, now I just created that. That AI is an audio AI. I don't know how well this is going to sound here. I hope that you're able to hear it. If not, I will put a link up for everyone to be able to listen to it. But this is what Hollywood has been suing about, by the way. And somehow the AI, you can see my screen, right, Alex? Maybe, Alex?
I can.
Okay, you can.
Yes, I can.
So here,
Yes, I see it.
it made a song called Midnight Road Session. Tell me if you could hear this. I'm clicking it now.
Beneath the neon blue,
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
the street light, sitting in my car, the stars out tonight. With a mic in hand and a story to tell. This lonesome highway knows me well.
Oh, that's interesting. I could actually write my own songs behind my music.
Soft, almost like a friend. Got an old guitar in the back again.
Okay, so I just made a country song in 10 seconds.
Let's listen to the second version.
The second version, sure, Eitan. Here we go. Let's see. Good. All of you are engaged here. Let's see the second version.
Beneath the neon glow of the old street light, sitting in my car, the stars out tonight, with a mic in hand and a story to tell. This lonesome highway knows me well.
Okay, so you get the point. If you want heavy metal, if you want rock and roll, if you want whatever it is, the point is this: we've got a lot of great stuff for you, and we've got a lot of great stuff going on. I really hope that all of you take me up and join us for the video course. I'm going to be letting out more information about it. We're going to have follow-ups and videos and all kinds of great stuff along with the agenda. And again, this is going to be starting next month. So we will certainly get that out there, but please, please, please do reach out to Daniel. We're way over time right now. Thank you all so very much for coming.
I put a slide deck in the chat of a property in Malibu I've got for 6.5.
Okay,
But
very good.
I got to convert that into a video now. So
Okay.
check it out, everybody. Yeah.
Check it out. Guys, thank you all so very much for coming. Our next meeting is going to be next Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern. We're going to also have a meeting on Friday. We'll get the topics out to all of you. Eitan, I'm going to give you a buzz in a little bit. Guys, great to see everybody. Make it a
Thank you.
and
Thank you so much.
productive week. Thank you all so
Thank
very
you
much.
Thanks,
again.
Ed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Edwin.
Bye.